Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Deep Ellum Brewing Company. They're out of Dallas, Texas. This was sent to me by my good friend and buddy, my brother, Brandon C. down in Texas. This is the 2015 edition, and as far as I know, that is the only time they have done it. Maybe wrong there, but he has circled it. It's got it right here. 2015 release, and he circled it with a black marker on here. So, and according to what I'm seeing here, it's retired. So I think they just did it one time, guys. Maybe wrong, but that's why I'm getting at. I think it was a one-time brewed beer. So Brandon, thanks again, my brother. I do appreciate you sending this to me. Sorry it's taking so long, but this is a 11.5%er. This beer should sell it very, very well. So I see. Let me look at. It says here on Rate Beer it's 85 IBUs. So pretty big IBU numbers for that much malt used in brewing of this beer. So it has no commercial description here on Rate Beer, and does not have anything at all on Beer Advocate. So we don't have anything else there to say. So let me get it down here where I can get the cap off of it and tell you the cheeses are sharp, blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses. Gorgonzola, ooh, big hiss on this. Oh, and it exploded, guys. It exploded. It exploded. Went everywhere. Alright guys, I'm back. That sucks. Way too freaking carbonated. Had to change shirt, got it on the carpet, went everywhere. No sense in that. Absolutely no freaking sense in that. Deep Ellum, you suck. I understand why you retired this beer. This was a bad one. I haven't even got anywhere to tell you about the beer yet, but that's definitely going to cost them at least a grade point wherever I think about it. Way too overcarbonated. You seen what happened there, guys. It exploded. It freaking exploded. Let me see if I can bring all this stuff back up. The electronics are going crazy. No sense in that, guys. There's no sense in that, guys. We're going to get on with it. That's all I'm going to pour. Most of them went all over the place. Incredible. No sense in that. That's the best you can do to get out of the beer business, guys. Finger and a half of head after it's settled down. Over to the light, it's a murky brown, reddish color. On the nose, sweet caramel, roasted barley. Not a lot of alcohol notes for 11.5%, but way overcarbonated, guys. You should not do that. This is not champagne. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers. A lot more booziness on the taste than there was on the nose. Roasted malt, caramel, toffee, alcohol. Decent beer, way overcarbonated. If you've got this in your cellar, you better open it over the sink, because this is what's going to happen. It's going to explode. This beer has not been shook up. This beer was kept in the closet for probably 6-8 months. Then it went into the fridge, where it's been kept at 40 degrees until I brought it out and opened it here. A lot of times you get that big hiss, everything's fine. A lot of times you get that big hiss, that means it's about ready to volcano on your ass. And that's what happened here. It volcanoed. It went every freaking where. So, that's only the second or third time that's happened to me in 2,500 plus beer reviews. So, when that happens, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, not a big fan. I can understand why they retired this beer. They probably shouldn't do it again unless they can get a handle on the carbonation. Let the beer ferment all the way out before you bottle it. Hot tip. Hot tip for you guys. Don't bottle the beer until it quits fermenting. Yeah, might be a hot tip there. I'm going to sip on it for a little bit, but right now I'm kind of pissed off. Alright guys, I'm back. Y'all probably know where I'm going to go with this beer. You should not do that. It absolutely should not do that. It shouldn't even leave the brewery if that's what's going to happen. I don't care if it is a 2015 2-year-old beer. This is a barrel-aged beer. It doesn't say bourbon. I'm not getting any of that. It's actually, the color is too light for a barley wine. It's kind of boozy on top of that. It doesn't fit the style. Very disappointed in this. This is my first bad experience, I think, with these guys at Deep Ellum. They usually do a pretty nice, tasty beer, and it's usually a top-notch beer. I'm not going there with this one, and I'm going to probably go against the grade on this. If I'd had this in 2015 and didn't do that, it probably may have got a better grade than what I'm going to give it, but I'm just not a fan of having to clean up the table and change clothes and clean the carpet and wipe the electronics down for shit like this that happens when it explodes on your ass. If you've got one of these, you better open it over to the sink, because that's what's going to happen. So, I've had much better barley wines than this, and I've had much better barrel-aged barley wines than this. Final choke. Decent beer, but not outstanding. B- for me, guys. I'll give it a 5. It should not explode on you like this. You should have better, especially being in the bottle for 2 years and it's barrel aged on top of that. Why is it so carbonated when it's barrel aged on top of that? Unless they reintroduce some additional yeast when they bottled it, which would have been insane to do. This beer doesn't fit the style, color-wise, taste-wise. Brandon, I'm sorry, brother. As far as I'm concerned, you wasted your money on this one. As far as buying it and paying to ship to me. And maybe I should have done it a little earlier than this. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have done it much earlier than this. I'm just not a fan of having to clean up after a beer has been opened. Like I said, it's only the second or third time this happened to me. Probably the second time that I can recall. Where it's spewed all over the place. I usually burn your ass up when that happens, because you shouldn't have to deal with that. You should not have to deal with that. The beers cost too much for you to have to clean up or spew all over the place like this one did. So they're lucky they don't get a D or an F. I'm just not a fan of that shit spewing all over the place. So that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one, because it does have some good grades from some of the people that's reviewed it already. But if you have this in your cellar, take my advice, open it over to the sink, because it's going to spew everywhere. This one did. Not been shook up, and been cellared correctly. So let's run over to Beer Advocate. They have it at 88. I'm not even going there. And on top of that, we go over to Rate Beer. They say 97 overall. Definitely not going there. This is definitely not an A beer in my category, guys. And y'all know when I have this happen to me, that really chaps my ass. You should not have your beer spewing all over the place. And this one did. Went every frickin' where. So, final check-in, we're running over to Untapped. They have it at 3.91, which is their B plus range. Not going there. Not going there. If this beer was available here, after this experience, I would not buy it. I don't give a damn if it was $3.95 for a 22 ouncer. I would not buy it. It doesn't fit the style. I've already went over all of that. Very disappointedness. Brandon, my friend, I am so sorry, but this beer, I understand why they retired it. I do understand why they retired it. And probably shouldn't brew it again unless they can get their head brewer to get his head out of his ass, and brew something that they can bottle when it finishes fermenting. Don't bottle the beer if it's not finished fermenting. A rookie can tell when the gravity is down to where it's finished fermenting. Don't bottle the beer when it's still bubbling. And evidently this one still was. So, final beer of the evening for me, guys. Very disappointed in this one. So if you've had this, or if you've got this, take my advice. Open it over to the sink, or you will have a mess on your hands. Come on back tomorrow, guys. Let's see what's in the fridge. See you then.